Guru Busters!
Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are hitting multiple targets with one shot. As usual, we love taking a piss at the fake gurus, and today we will further ridicule these charlatans by turning the tables with the guru gutter strategy. That's actually derived from observing their mistakes. What's even more hilarious is that this strategy actually works. Something those imposter channels can only dream of delivering. And even so you might not end up using the strategy yourself, you will gain valuable insights into how I developed it. Learning to analyze the market and create your own strategies is crucial. That's how professional traders gain an edge over the rest. It's not about copying others, but about understanding market dynamics and crafting a strategy based on the insights you gather. If you've been following our content, a major objection should be surfacing in your mind right now. Guru Buster, you've told us that if a successful strategy is published online and multiple people start using it, the edge would quickly decay and eventually no one would profit anymore. Absolutely right. If this strategy gets picked up by just a handful of savvy traders who can implement it using the API, it will lose its edge quickly. But let's get one thing straight. We are not sharing this so everyone can feast for free. We are doing this to educate and to show you something really cool, something that actually works at the time of publishing. Unlike the garbage you see from those YouTube clowns pretending to know what they are doing. I'm able to share it because I'm essentially retired and prefer creating something really interesting for our channel over spending my days glued to trading screens. Plus, this is somewhat of an experiment. Will people try to use the strategy manually? Will some go as far as writing bots to automate it? If so, how quickly will the market adapt and become more efficient? How will viewers react? How many views this video will get? Ideally, it should attract a lot. But I suspect the view count will stay low because the typical YouTube trading audience is more attracted to fake, flashy, easy money strategies. This one might already be too complex for them, even though it's quite simple compared to what's needed to develop sophisticated models. So let's dive right in. In our ongoing Fake Trader Fails series, we've seen some truly mind-boggling trader behavior. From reckless use of the cash out button, as demonstrated by Sports Trading Live, to blindly placing bets in liquid markets, like we saw with Trading the Market. These traders are essentially throwing money away. And that got me thinking, if these imposters, and probably countless clueless wannabe traders, are making these same mistakes over and over again, why not take advantage of it? The good news is, we can. And today I'm going to show you exactly how to profit from their blunders using the Guru Gutter. We are focusing on the coin score market, but this approach can also be applied to other markets, even outside of football. What we need are a major and a minor liquidity market for the same outcome. As explained in our Fake Trader Fails videos, betting on the current score in the coin score market is essentially the same as betting on the next under. For example, at a score of 3-0, backing 3-0 is akin to backing under 3.5. Since the under markets usually have more liquidity, they are our major liquidity markets, while the coin score market serves as a minor liquidity market where we place our bets. Let's revisit the Sports Trading Live fail to illustrate what I mean. You might want to watch the entire video first to fully grasp the blunder, but essentially we have the under 3.5 market and the 3-0 selection in the coin score market. What you see here and what you will see in markets for other matches is that the music plays in the under market. So we can make the reasonable assumption that this market is more efficient. And even if the under market may not always represent the true odds, no sharp trader would ever lay the 3-0 in the coin score market if they could lay the under for better odds. So when backing the 3-0 at odds that are higher than the odds of under 3.5, you would only get matched against dumb money. And that's exactly our aim. We want to get matched against all these clueless idiots at odds that are favorable for us. Odds that on average will have value if we do it right. We have a second Bundesliga match, Hertha against Rostock, which generally has good liquidity. Later we will examine a match with poor liquidity, which requires a different approach. You can see that there isn't much money in the coin score market, but also not big gaps. So what would we do here? You can do this throughout the whole match, of course, but especially after a goal is scored, we speculate that clueless traders like our hero from Sports Trading Live will use the cash out button and give us value. Therefore, we will look at the over/under 3.5 market to get the best available estimation for under 3.5. Remember, this is not a 325 under back bet. This is a mirrored 145 overlay bet at slightly worse odds. We've explained that in the Alex Ong video, and if you treat trading seriously, you need to be aware of that. So what's the over 3.5 market estimation here? Somewhere between 145 and 146. We can be conservative and take the 145. Converted to under odds, that's 322.22. 322.22 plus Betfair's 2% commission gives us 326.76. So we'd be profitable with anything higher than that. The higher the better, of course. If you are trading automatically or semi-automatically, this precision can be easily implemented, and it should be. And if you are trading manually, you need to develop good intuition about the impact of the commission to know which odds surely are value. Our cashing out Sports Trading Live genius got matched at 350, but that's something you'd have to find out in practice. How often you'd get matched. So let's say we would put in a 340, and then we'd just wait for the cash outs to come. All the while adjusting our odds using the over/under 3.5 market. This can be a bit stressful late in the game if you are trading manually, as you would have to adjust often. And be aware of the impact of dangerous situations in the match. The true odds will jump up if there's likely a big chance to happen, and you don't want to get picked up at unfavorable odds. Of course you need to be aware of all the things a competent football trader must consider. So if you are one of those typical clueless YouTube trading viewers dropping by, thinking you can simply apply a strategy without any real skills, and you say to yourself, "Oh, Gulbasser told me I should put in a 340 in such a case. There's a potential VAR decision, but Gulbasser didn't mention what to do now. I'll just leave my bet up." No, you fool! You're going to lose your money just as quickly as the fake gurus do. Stay the hell away from trading unless you're prepared to put in the work and actually understand what you're doing. Instead, keep your money in your bank account, or better yet, invest it in an index fund. You will be much better off that way. Rant over. If we get matched, we can either let it run, since we've got value, or try to trade out again, simply laying in the same way as we were backing before. Just this time we don't need value and we don't have to worry about commission. We are happy with zero value, as that will improve our overall value due to the reduced commission payment when trading out. Again, late game, be aware of odds jumps. After a dangerous situation, the under odds will jump down. Okay, now let's look at low liquidity matches. Upside, we can potentially get huge value. Just look at the Trading the Market moron who gave someone odds of 167 when the true odds were likely somewhere below 140. Downside, if there isn't much happening, we'd have to be very patient. The less liquidity there is, the more tiresome this will be. So here, even more so, some semi-automatic trading will be beneficial. Now we don't speculate on people using the cash out button, we speculate on people who are completely clueless about what the true odds should be and blindly putting their bets in the market. Let's take another example, different from the one from the Trading the Market blunder, so I can show you exactly what to do there. A low liquidity match from Indonesia. The score is 2-1, so we look at the 2-1 selection in the coin score market and the over/under 3.5 market. As expected, the liquidity in the under market is much better. In both markets, liquidity is actually not so bad, and the gaps are not as wide as you'd expect. So we won't get huge value, but good value. The trade-off is always less liquidity means more value, but less chance to get matched. Now with more value than before, we don't have to worry much about commission. From the under market, we'd estimate the true odds for 2-1 to be around 163, which is in the middle of the back of the lay sides. We can also be conservative and just take the lay side odds of 165. In the coin score market, we could now place a back bet of 168 to have it first in the row. We need to be in front now, as here we are not facing cash outs, but simply clueless traders wanting to lay. If we get matched, we have value. And as before, we could try to trade out again for value or zero value, but honestly I would just let it run or rather try to get even more matched. This was in the 80th minute, let's jump to the 86th minute. You can see that there was a bit matched meanwhile, so it's not like these markets are dead. You just have to be patient. Of course you don't get matched for thousands here, so you have to scale by the number of markets rather than by the stakes. So what's our next move? I'll bet you can guess. We place a back bet at 140 for the 2-1. And there you have it. A real strategy that works, not the fantasyland promises you get from these imposters. While they are busy showing off flashy, meaningless tricks, we are here actually analyzing the market and finding real opportunities. If you enjoyed watching these gurus get outplayed with their own game, hit that like button and subscribe for more truth bombs. Until next time.
Guru Busters!